It has been the craziest afternoon and evening. We tried snowmobiling into the cabin and the trails were just absolutely treacherous. So we were driving as carefully as we could. And then we ran into our first road bump where Kyle's sled was not moving. It ended up just being a simple fix with the parking. And then we were crossing a road and I was after Kyle. He got over and I didn't realize he had stopped. So I was looking, making sure no one was coming, and I went out in the road, and right as I went over the bump to get to the other side, I tried to stop, but I slid right into him just enough that when the ski touched the sled he was carrying, it snapped, which on a day like today is so bad because you need it to get over any rocks or logs that are in the road or the trail. Yeah, so then I thought we could push on again, and I was riding behind him and I hit a rock, not even that hard, and it threw me over the top of the snowmobile so that my helmet came crashing into the snow shield in the front. Then again we kept going. Eventually it began overheating and wouldn't run anymore, so we had to leave it on the trail and then ride together to come here. It took hours, but I'm really glad to be here. The fire feels nice. I'm gonna cook us a big hearty dinner and just relax. I'm so excited to eat this.
Thought we were gonna lose my sled. Didn't. Did lose yours.
Yeah.
Somehow made it here. And also now we know the trails. I mean,
Yeah. That was really intense. It always takes my toes so long to warm back up after going in. I've read there's a ton of health benefits from submerging yourself in icy water, but I mostly like it for the mental challenge and the physical challenge of being able to hold yourself under there for a while without just fleeing and getting out. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of gentle yoga and then make some oatmeal to warm back up. The winter air is so dry. I've been trying to make an effort to keep more hydrated this season, both with drinking more water, and I've been using my products a lot on my skin. Since they are natural products, they're versatile, so I actually brought my lip sap roll up with me today. You can just put it right on. It's super nourishing. It's loaded with oils and butters and herbs and flowers. Feels really nice. It's like eating dessert for breakfast.
It kind of is.
I love getting to drink the river water, and then you tap the birch trees in the spring that are by the river. It's drinking that river water that went through the tree, infused with all the minerals and vitamins. I've got to fix and reinforce a whole bunch of chicken wire and get it back on the fence posts around the garden. We had an ice storm not too long ago, paired with really intense wind, and all of these dead branches above me are starting to give in. Some fell on the garden itself, some fell on the fence. There's huge branches I want to move to. One fell on our peach tree and snapped it. I kind of did a temporary fix last time, but I want to really get it good now. I could wait till spring, but I figure why not just start now and make the next season a little easier if I have free time. I'll tell you, chicken wire has not been my favorite thing to work with though. I gotta try to get this untangled without absolutely gashing my skin. I should have brought wire cutters. There we go. I think I might be in a little over my head here. There's so many everywhere, but around the garden's looking a little better, and we're definitely gonna have some days dedicated to clean up this spring because the whole place is littered, and there's trees down too that I can't move by myself, and also branches that are big that I probably could have moved myself but are really jammed with all the ice around them. So just gonna keep going around and do a couple more sweeps and then find something else to do. Okay, here's another one. The sap smells so good on this. When I was finishing picking up the branches around the property, I started finding so many pine cones everywhere, and I realized I never have taken a moment to just appreciate and admire them, and they're really beautiful, especially expanded like this. So I had this idea for a winter wind chime, though I don't think it's going to make much sound. More of just a physical ode to winter. And as I was assembling it, it looked vaguely familiar to me, and I'm pretty sure I built a smaller version of this when I was a little kid without all of these branches up here. It's so fun to work with your hands, no matter what the outcome is. I think we should let our inner child run free a bit more. Just embrace it, those crafty drives and ideas you get. Now we have to go head back towards the snowmobile that's out in the woods, rescue it, and I'm not sure where we're gonna go from there. Hopefully it goes smoothly. Don't think we have that much longer before sunset, so we'll probably be working in the dark here a little bit. We left the cabin and met up with Kyle's mother on the closest road so she could take us back to our car, enabling us to then go find and retrieve my snowmobile. And it started up relatively easily since it had been completely cooled out in the winter weather, but since the ski was snapped, we had to try and build a snow ramp so it could actually make it up the trailer. Then we went back for the other snowmobile and loaded it up. And though this little trip had challenges, it ended up being a fun couple of days in the woods. And I just keep daydreaming about when we move into the cabin this spring and no longer have to constantly go back and forth. This next chapter of life is going to be such an adventure.